Hey, Legendary Football Pool. This is Mike. I'm a friend of John's. That's my first year in this Legendary Football Pool, and I love it.
Hello, Legendary Football Pool. Week 12 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen, and boy, was it a good one.
I asked John's permission if I could share this with you guys. He said it was cool. We run this weekly fantasy sports game.
Fantasy Sniper, the ultimate 60-minute fantasy football experience. A single-game fantasy football contest. Instead of drafting a fantasy team, fans predict the fantasy performances for the game day sniper starting lineup. Showcase your fantasy skills. Accurately predict game day fantasy performances.
You can download and play on the spot. Good luck. Cheers.
Hey, we're going to make this a quick update, and in first place this week, there can only be one. With one of the best weeks we've had, only 2 incorrect picks and 27 points, we had Mr. J.D. Rocket.
Greetings, members of the Legendary Football Pool. My name is Johnny Atkinson, and I am your Week 12 winner. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 28 years old. I'm a bartender from North Delta. I'm an only child, and I'm a Scorpio. I'm a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. I know, 2 teams, but they have nothing to do with each other. One of those teams I'd like to thank, obviously my Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you for securing that victory for me last night. That was amazing. I would not like to thank the Seahawks, because they made it more difficult for me to win. 300 yards to Josh Jacobs. Are you kidding me? Anyways. I'm terrible at picking against the spread. I always have been. This year is my first year having any form of success with it. I was going to leave the pool after last season. Last season was my first. I hated it. It was terrible. I believe in picking straight up. I believe in winning, and the score doesn't matter. You just gotta win. But Johnny and Dougie convinced me to stay, and I'd like to thank them for that, because I couldn't have got here without them. And yeah, I will be in this pool for the long run moving forward. I will try to become more involved in it, because I didn't really pay much attention last year.
Mr. J.D. Rocket, $100, your chance to put a video up and tell all your friends about one of the best accomplishments you could ever win in one's life, which is a week in the Legendary Football Pool.
Who else would I like to thank? I'd like to thank Jeff Saturday, Matt Ryan, and the Indianapolis Colts for being terrible and allowing me to win. Matt Ryan, I'd like to thank you personally, because you also helped me win a fantasy matchup last night against my old coworker and good buddy. I'd like to thank the fantasy football gods for saving me from having to face Josh Jacobs in any fantasy league this week. That felt good. That's what I like to think. I think that's about it. Yeah, anyways, guys, I'm kind of new to this whole thing, and you guys don't really know me, but yeah, this is how it starts. 1 victory, and hopefully more moving forward. I will be paying more attention to this. And you guys better watch out, because I'm the new kid on the block. Best of luck, everybody. We'll see you next time.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Rocket had a good week, brought him up the standings, but not as high as these 2 people. We do have 2 season leaders, actually, with 209 points right now. We have Mr. Drumroll, please. School 24.
Hello, Legendary Football Pool.
The Vikings fan, man, everything's coming up amazing for this guy this year. Kirk Cousins is the MVP of the league. They're going to lead his team to a NFC Championship loss, just like the Packers are used to. And tied with him is Mrs. Drumroll, please, Christy Perk, making great picks as well. I'm not sure about her favorite team, but I'm sure I like it more than the Minnesota Vikings, so I'm rooting for you, Christy Perk. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, get your locks of the weekend.
Skull 24 here, coming at you with another lock of the week. This week I'm taking Baltimore -4 over Jacksonville. Baltimore is 4-1 on the road, giving up about 18 points per game while scoring 27. Whereas Jacksonville 2-2 at home, one coming week 2 against Indianapolis when they were terrible, and they're only scoring about an average of 18 points for at home. Baltimore in a gotta-have-it game to keep that division lead high as the Bengals take on the Titans. are going to come at them hard, and they're going to come at them fast with everything they got. I think this game is going to finish 30 to about 17. Easy -4 line for the Baltimore Ravens. Again, that's -4 Baltimore against Jacksonville on the road.
What is up, y'all bunch of legends? I know my last few locks haven't hit, but it's been this close. That Rams game was pretty rough, so I'm not going to get too complicated with this one. I'm just going to go with something on my gut here. So, the Ravens, I like that team, but they have not been playing well. They've got no offense right now. You know, outside of Mark Andrews, I don't know who the fuck Lamar's throwing the ball to. Jacksonville's been playing a lot better. T-Law's taking the next step. I love Dougie P as a coach. So you know what? Let's roll with the Jags this week. They're getting 3.5 points at home. And I mean, to me, that sounds like a pretty damn good bet. So let's get back on track this time. Let's get back to 500, make it 3-3. Until next time, I love y'all.
Get your best picks in and make sure you pick legendary.
This week, there's a $500 first place prize. A $500 first place prize.